Infinite banking, accredited investor banking. It uses a specially configured whole life policy that doesn't have the high fees, and it's configured more for you to be able to overfund it. A lot of you guys are very familiar with this strategy, but how do you use that strategy in terms of the flow of your money? We'll start here on the left side. First, you're trading time for money, right? You're working hard. You're working at your business or your job. You're making money there. Most people in our community, you guys are saving $50,000 to $100,000 a year at least, which everybody spends between maybe their expenses or their burn rate that they spend is maybe a third or a half at the very least. But that's really what I key in on some of my intro calls with you guys is I don't care what you make, whether it's $500,000, $1,000,000, it's more what you are able to save at the end of the year. And I think the prerequisite to getting involved in a lot of these strategies is saving that base level $50,000 a year. This is the trick. You funnel that into your accredited investor banking or traditional infinite banking policy first, and then you take a loan from yourself, and then you put that into your investments as opposed from going from your pocketbook straight to investments. This way, your money is growing into places, which is your accredited investor or traditional infinite banking policy and your investments. So you're double dipping there. In my new book, I introduce a strategy on how you're able to triple dip this with some security backed lines and credits in equities. But I didn't want to overcomplicate this slide here. The investments, this is where patience comes into play. You've got to wait for the cash flow or the exits to start to happen. But that's what produces the cash flow or big dumps of cash from investments, as our friend here who's playing around with this cash. At this point, it's again up to you what you want to do with the money. If your net worth is past $4 to $5 million, the arrow comes to ironically where my head is at. This is the come down here. This is the nonstop vacation mode. The guys jumping off into the water. You can live your life and have some fun at this point and maybe put all your money into back to those traditional investment options and just relax. Or you can start to invest more, right? Which is that dotted line optional, invest more, put it back to more investments. Another option, which most people won't do until they hit that end game level or $10 million net worth, is then they go back and pay back the loan, which is depicted by the arrow on the top. But this is essentially the way the money flows when you use your privatized banking system set up. And the cool thing is once you loaded it into your accredited investor banking or traditional investment banking policy, at that point, your money is a lot more safer. Without a complicated, irrevocable trust, your money is off the tables of litigators and creditors at this point, once it's in that system. And then making the money in two places at once, in the green box, the AIB, and the purple box, the investments. And this is the way that you should be funneling all your investments through, whether that's in the realm of real estate or if you choose to venture out into other types of investments. But ideally, things that are higher than your normal money type of investments. If this is new to you, go to thewealthelevator.com/bank, and there you can get signed up for the free 2 to 3 hours it takes most people to go through the how to set up your own privatized bank. And this is where you're getting into more of the sophisticated type of money. To get into that family office type of money or where the real numbers are getting created, this is not accessible to everybody. If you're somebody who just sits at home and doesn't get connected with other purely passive accredited investors, you're not going to get access to these types of deals. This is where I spend a lot of money interacting with the right people, joining the right groups. Obviously, the platform, a lot of you guys, we can write a $5 million check to a lot of these deals, and this opens up a lot of realms.